pin me. Where you from, boy, where you from? You better run, 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 run home. I'm the king of the world. Here they come now. Here they come now. Get it again, here they come. Here they come, so clap your hands. Here they come. Raise the flag and praise my back. You better pray you don't make me mad. 'Cause these six, they don't leave no mark. Look at me, but don't look me in the eye.
Man, oh man, oh man. How you guys doing? Hey, Komarowski. How you doing? Oh man. Getting ready to fly. Gonna head off on vacation. It should be good. Went to the doctor yesterday. I had this thing on my neck. I thought, well, it's just a zit or something. A couple days later, man, my gland was swollen. I had another thing on my face here. My ear started hurting. Didn't know what the heck it was. I went to the doctor. Said it's spider bites. I'm getting spider bites. It was a good thing I'm moving out of the house. Maybe those spiders will die. Hey, Don. So, thanks, man. Hopefully have a good vacation. But I got a good old shot in the rump, and seems to be clearing up. Seems like it's going to get better, not worse. So I'm pretty happy about that. Like I said, I'm going to do this and immediately jump in the vehicle, head to the airport, and get that done. But I wanted to... Yeah, maybe so. Yeah, I've noticed I want it to cling to the walls more. Anyway, I don't know what's going on with that because, like, I got this on Saturday morning, and then on Monday morning, I ended up with this in my ear and my gland going crazy. So it seems odd, but anyway, we'll see what happens. Hopefully, everything will go great on my vacation, and I'll be back. So I won't be around next week. But that's it. I wanted to just quickly go over a few portal things because there's a lot going on right now, and I feel like I'd be doing you a disservice if I didn't, get through some of that stuff right now. So let me touch on that real quick. Let's see. Go here, and I just wanted to again say the Year of the Moloch is here. And they've got that new Year of the Moloch big box where you can put all your expansions in there. It does come with 4 new artwork for the base guys there. And as I said, if you wanted to, you could play Moloch versus Moloch because you'd have the new tiles and the old tiles. So that would be neat. You also have the HQ plastic bits so that you can use those. You have Moloch, the beginning, which is the campaign for 2 people. It's just about the beginning of the Moloch and how it came about and everything. You have the consolidated FAQ, so all the questions about all the different things and interactions are all right there. I'm sure I'm going to have a good vacation. Komarowski, I thank you very much. And then the art book, and apparently the art book is not the art book for just Nirashima. It's the art book. I'm sorry. It's not just the art book for Nirashima Hex. It's the art book for all of Nirashima. So all the stuff that was in the RPGs and all that stuff, it's going to be in there, along with some background stuff. So it should be really interesting to kind of help flesh out a lot of what's going on. And of course, we've got the reference charts for all of the armies. All the current armies are going to have these reference charts instead of just having the piece of paper, the fold-out piece of paper. And you got a double-sided layered board. So that's going to be neat. So it's a new design board as well. So I'm excited about all these things. I imagine double-sided would be you'd have the smaller board on one side and the larger board on the other. So that'll be cool. And of course, if you pre-ordered, you get the big ugly guy, which I'm kind of excited about too. And you can go to either place for that. And this, by the way, is on the Portal PL site. So it'll have all this information. You can even look at the the rules and all that stuff. It's all right here. So that's pretty good. I looked on the US site, and it's going for $99 on the pre-order. And of course, pre-order will get the big ugly guy. So that'll be cool. Also, just quickly to let you know, Monolith Arena has its own website, and it's got a lot of information about Monolith Arena. If you don't know anything about it, it's a good place to go, good source for that, monolitharena.com. Monolith Arena has just released Golems, so that's on pre-order right now for $12. But I noticed on the US website that they got a bundle, so if you haven't got any of the expansions for it, you get it total. Instead of paying $15, you only have to pay $12 for Golems. And if you didn't have academics, you could pay $9.60 for Golems and $8 for Monolith to get the whole thing for $17.60. So that's pretty good right there. And I also noticed Monolith is on sale. And I also noticed that they got play mats for Monolith, and they're on sale. So if you like play mats and stuff, so there's a lot of stuff there. Look, you can get a bundle, Monolith Arena Complete Collection right there. Boom, $60. That's pretty good, right? So that's pretty good. I'm pretty excited about that. That's neat. We got Detective Season 1 coming out. This, again, is the PL site, so it'll give you all the rundown on Detective. I played all 3 scenarios. They're nice. It's a lot less stressful for somebody who's not very good at these games. I'm not that guy. So that's pretty good. Hey, thanks a lot, Superboard. I appreciate that. And you see here, Detective Season 1's on sale for $30. And you get the Game Designer Journal, which is kind of cool. That's a neat thing. Kind of talks about how each one was put together and the struggles with those things. It's pretty interesting process, but you get all that for $30. That's $10 for a really great night. We spent several hours on each one of those cases. I Zoom called my mom. She's older, so she doesn't get around people. So I'm Zooming her and talking to her. So that's going to be cool. We did all 3 of them with her, and now we're going to get her sisters involved, and we're going to play the Boston one. So that'll be fantastic. The Boston one was written by Rob, and I'm really looking forward to that. And then they just announced this. We got the treasure chest for Robinson Crusoe. And why buy the treasure chest for $40 when you can pre-order it and get the bonus freaking deluxe components there? So that's out as well. And you can look in here with the treasure chest in the PL site and find out what all it comes with. It comes with a lot of extras, a lot of extra cards and stuff. But the idea is all the promos that ever were are going to be packed in this. You're going to get the added bits there. You're going to get new characters and crewmen. You're going to get character traits. You're going to get new adventures, new cards to add in. You're going to get extra spy glasses. You're going to get new things to hunt, new shelter options, additional scenarios. You're going to get a consolidated rule book. So that's all pretty good. And I really like Robinson Crusoe. Now, it took me a minute to get it all right because there's a lot to it. But once you figure out the flow and everything, it wasn't hard at all. You just go step right through it, and you just follow the board, and you get right through it. So, yeah. And I just looked on the Portal US site, and there are a million different things that you can buy for cheap. All those promos if you don't want the whole thing from Robinson Crusoe. But look, you can get my cup for $4. It's all right. This is a good cup. They got the Nirishima Hex t-shirts for $7.50. All different kinds of sizes and stuff. So that's good stuff. Anyway, I did my Portal deed. I feel like I can take a vacation now. But before I do all that, why don't we play a game? That's what I want to do. So you know that we learned a lot about Sharrash yesterday. Apparently, I've been playing them wrong for a while. And the problem with the thing that I had was this idea of underground and what underground was for. Right. So now I know what underground is for, and that is, I thought that the HQ allowed it to castle with anybody who was next to him, but it's not a castle, a symbol on the HQ. It's an underground symbol on the HQ. So it can castle with anybody who has an underground symbol that's next to it. Which means you can underground with them and you can underground with other people. And then there's also the underground symbol, which allows you to do underground, or it gives everyone underground abilities. And see, now I thought that if you gave everybody underground abilities, all of a sudden your HQ could go from over here to all the way across the board. Well, that's the difference between having an app to show you exactly what you're getting wrong. Yeah, time roller. Whoops. Yeah, so I was playing on easy mode when I was playing in the physical game with Sharrash. But now I know how to do it. It's a little tougher, but still Sharrash did pretty good yesterday. Although I will say, I think we really hosed old Moloch pretty good, because Moloch had a terrible draw. So we're going to see what he does today. All right. Who do I play against the most? So whoever wants to play a monolith with me, and whatever they want to choose. And a lot of times people will change it up because they don't play it as much as me. So if they play with me, they'll probably want to try something new. And I try to help them figure out things as much as I can and give them time to read the rules, their own rules. And so they're familiar with what's coming up. So anyway. All right, well, let's get to playing. We're going to go to custom game. We already got the Sharrash set up. We got it on human. And then we got the Moloch set up with the with our old AI. And of course, we set that thing to easy, because if you're going to do it easy. I heard you say it. Bang. All right, he gets to go first. Now, what to do with Sharrash? So we know we can move him. We want to limit what this guy can do to us. We really wanted to limit what he could do to our HQ. We'd put him right here next to his HQ. That would be the only place he would really be able to get to us. As far as this double weapon goes. We could go center. It does give us the most freedom to move around. I was thinking about doing something different. Like what would happen if. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to just go next to him. Of course, it doesn't matter, except for superstition, whether you go to here or here. But I think I'm going to go right here. I'm going to just see what happens. Now, you guys know that both of these have 0 initiative, so they'll attack on 0 initiative in every direction. The thing is that HQs don't ever do damage to each other. All right, so now he put that guy there. Now, see, we're already in an advantage, because he put that guy there and it's only going to do 1 damage to us. Whereas if we had put him in the center, he could have put that guy right here and he'd be doing 2 damage to us. So that's sort of where my head was at with that. Now. Both of these are awesome. I need to take up this spot. I wish I could give him a survival mode. something, but I need to take up this spot for sure, because if he puts his guy there, he could shoot me and do extra damage. And he does 3 damage to that guy. That's great. Now we got this mortar, which I'd like to use. I'd really like to put him here, but that again is grouping our guys. So, yeah, he could have put it right here and done 2 damage to us that way. He's got toughness, so putting him in the corner, good. I could make an argument for why I would want to put him down here to shoot all the way across this long stretch and this way. Whereas if I put him here, he'd be limited to just here and there. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, you're probably right. It's probably the stupid way to go. So like I said, I could put him here, but he would get hit on 1, and he'd get those 2 lobs in there on that guy. But what I'd really like to do, I think, is separate them so we don't have to worry about the bomb quite as much. Right? You always got to think about Moloch's bomb. Could come out next turn. So we put this one here, and now he's got the mortar thing, which means he will shoot the second person in line. And he'll do that on an initiative 2 and a 1. So that should be pretty good. Even if he puts a guy or a blocker or something here, we'll still be able to hit him. Now he's got those 3s, and I hate that because we don't go very fast. And Moloch's got a couple of those 3s. Yeah. All right, now he gave that guy a double. You see that? So now this guy here is attached to this, and he's actually going to do 2 damage to our HQ when he shoots. So that stinks. And here's another problem. We are now locked in the corner, and underground's not going to help us. We can't move. That stinks. That stinks. Well, as much as I want to take out the net, I really want to take out that guy. And I can completely destroy him with this bomb. So I could put the mini bomb on the net, and that would free this guy up. But I can, if I can get a plus or something, like I can get a good attack on him. I'm just trying to figure out how to make this thing work the best. How do I make this guy survive? It's hard. The movement thing's not going to help me much. It's not going to help me now. If I take the net out, I'll get 3 damage on him, and he'll get 2 on me. Actually, I'll get 1, 2. I'll get 5 damage on him, and he'll get 2 damage on me if I get rid of the net. That's an advantage of 3. If I kill his guy, he'll get no damage on me, and I can put this guy right next to him, and I will get 3, 4, 5, 6 damage on him. So I like having the higher count. Now he can do stuff to screw me up, and I might figure out a way to take out that net. So I'm going to try to keep working on that if I can. This gives me some advantages. I'll do this. That keeps that free. He can still put a guy here, but yeah, he pushed that. Now he's got a 2 on this guy. Man, if only I could put that plus down. Ooh, that'd be nice. I can't get rid of this guy. Even if I put the double attack on him, I could take him out. But he's going to take this guy out. There's nothing I can do. He's going to do 1 damage. This guy will do 1 damage. That's just 2 damage to him. And he's going to be doing 3 damage to me. I put this guy out here, and I'll add 2 more damage to him. I could put this... Nope. Yeah, this isn't going to help me right now. Unfortunately. Wish I had that move. Well, that'd be nice. Have that move. So this guy is going to shoot... Oh, dadgummit, I went the wrong way. I don't know what I was thinking. He's going to shoot 2 spaces. I can't get to his HQ. Shoot 2 spaces. If I can take this out, that reduces damage by 1. I could put him up here and shoot down here. Take that guy out. Maybe I can get a plus sometime. I don't know what else to do about that. I can put him here, or I can put him over here, either way. I think I'll do that. This guy's got movement, and he takes off on a 1. He kills on a 1, which isn't going to help a lot. Yeah, the bomb symbol on a robot could be a worry. If he was a smart guy, he could detonate that. But the thing is that I've never ever, and I know this is terrible, but I've never ever seen this app use the smart as a bomb. So, I mean, he could definitely do something for sure. Now this guy here goes off on a 1 and a 0, which means I will definitely take this guy out. And I'll take this guy out on a 0, but he will already get the 1. No matter what I do, he's got the 1, and there was no way to shoot him. So that's that. This guy is going to take 1 damage, so I could go ahead and make sure he gets 2 damage. Like so. I could even put him up here to help protect my attackers and give him 1 damage. The problem is he's aiming that way. I've got toughness, but I'd really rather not do that. So we're going to go that way. And that also gives me another place to attack in case he puts something in there. But he'll probably put something here aiming at me because it'll give him a plus. Not a lot I can do about it. All right. Come on now. Something good. Yeah, gets rid of a push. He's got another plus. He's going to battle. All right. Initiative 2. Took out his net. Man, he's going to take out my beast. I hate that. Oh, you know, I didn't think about that guy's shooting straight up. I got that toughness, but he's got a +1. Dadgummit. Yeah, that pretty much devastates our whole darn campaign there, doesn't it? All right. Well, that's all right. That's okay. We're doing a fine. We're at 18 to 18. It's no big deal. I really like that paralysis. I really like that double. Paralysis could go here. Paralysis could go here. I could put a double here. That guy is going to shoot me. Not a lot I can do about that. You can put a guy here and get double attack this way. Oh! This guy's not going to do me a lot of good right now. I could hold it. I hate getting rid of bombs, you know. But I got to go with what I know. And if I can paralyze that guy, that would be a good thing. And if I could put that double attack and actually have it work, that would be a good thing. Now I could put the double attack somewhere over here or something like that and try to get this HQ up out of that corner. That would keep that attack from happening, but I'm hoping I'm going to put somebody on him because he only goes off on a 1. He only needs 1 more hit. I'm not too worried about 1 damage right now. Oh, look at that. Ain't that some crap? Well, the only thing I really do is go backwards like that. At least I'm aiming at a tile. If I move here, I'll be aiming at myself. That doesn't make sense because you can't change the facing, so I might as well be aiming at... Anyway. Yeah. We got 20, 23. Okay, we got a hole. A hole is interesting. The hole is interesting. So I can suck this guy away into a hole, which would be good because I can always suck a guy away into a hole. And that's a good place for it, I think. So, do I want to battle? Battle will not help me at all, so I don't want to battle. So, if I take this guy and put a hole there, I can suck this 3 over. Oop. Suck that 3 over. Bam. And I got a plus. I really like to put a plus on him, but it gums me up. I need to put killers here. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a plus on him. Just to try to screw him up a little bit. See if that'll work. Okay, so he got a long shot on me here. It's going to give him a 1. Of course, he put a plus in a place that's not immediately helping him. We can paralyze one guy immediately. We can explode one guy. We're still not doing any damage. And this right here won't help a 1-0 guy because it'll be 1-0 and then the one after 0, which is negative. So that double will not help him at all. This guy will go away. I can simply paralyze this guy. Or I can paralyze this guy. This guy's going away at the end. I don't have to worry about his attacks. I can zap this guy. And I can paralyze this guy. It still gives me no attacks. Where are we at? 18. Man, I really want that attack. I'm going to have to get rid of it. Alright, I'm going to paralyze this guy. The reason I'm paralyzing this guy is because this 3 has damage here. And I don't want him to get a +1. Put a guy here that gives him +1 for another attack. And if I do damage to him, it wouldn't help. And, you know, all that kind of mess. So I'm going to do that. We're paralyzing him. He's paralyzed. And he will die on a 0 when this guy hits him. This guy goes off on a 3, And my best bet to take out a 3 is that. So there you go. Right, exactly, Komorowski. That's right. He's got to move. Dadgummit. Oh, come on, man. Oh, come on, man. Y'all see that? Good Lord. What a big pile of hooey. All right, I got to get rid of the battle. Because I got to get some damage done. I'm going to take this one. Let's see, how can I do this? Maybe this way. And then I will take this guy and move him here. And he's on a 3, so he'll get that poison on there. And this guy's still attacking. There's not a lot I can do about that. And then I'm going to take this guy and put him here. So now, so he won't get a 3 and a 2 unless I figure out some way to get rid of him. But this guy will do a 2 and a 1. So I'm doing 3 damage to him. Man. And he's going to do 2 damage to me. Throwing away a battle. He's got a 3 aimed at my 2. Man. All right, well, this 3 can take out... No, that 3 will take out his 3 when his 3 takes out my 2. Yeah. The bad thing is I can damage this guy before he takes a shot. And he will get rid of the medic. Oh, he won't get rid of the medic because the medic's going to be gone. This guy, the bomb will take out the medic. I'm pretty sure of that. I don't think it says... Let's make sure that we know what we're talking about. Beginning of a battle before the first initiative. Enemy unit adjacent. So it's any enemy unit. There you go. So it's going to take this out. For sure. So I can poison him. Which means he doesn't get any shots off. Which is good. It feels like that's the right thing to do. Now the other question is, I got another 3 with the poison. That will not help this guy, except it'll clear him right now. I've got the 2, which will take him out after he does damage. But the 0 is going to take him out anyway. So that doesn't help. The 2 over here will take him out. And it'll have movement. That doesn't help either. I think it makes more sense to get rid of this guy because we're in narrow quarters right now anyway. I'm going to put this guy attacking the 2. So he will be paralyzed. Well, actually, he'll be gone before he gets anything off. Oh, he won't be gone because he'll have the medic. No, he won't have the medic because we'll destroy the medic. Well, heck, now I don't want that guy. Hold on. Because he's going to absorb one thing, but he can't absorb one thing because the medic will be gone. And if the medic's gone, then we put this guy here. like so. And that will be okay. Two is the same initiative, but I got a medic. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to do something with that. And I'm just going to put this guy up here. Damn, like that. I don't know. Now he's only got one place to go, and I feel pretty good about him putting whatever he wants to there. Oh, shh. No! Oh! Man! What are we gonna do now? All right, well, I'll tell you one thing we're gonna do. We're gonna stretch it. We're gonna take a quick stretch. 15 tile stretch. All right, I told y'all that I was going to talk to you about Godspeed, and I want you to take a look. I've been watching a lot of reviews, other people are saying stuff, and they dance around the issues that I have with this game, and I'm just going to tell you right now. Now, I haven't played it a lot, and it could possibly move up from my first play. But you know, when I have difficult first play, a lot of times, as I ruminate on it and whatnot, I start to think what I would do different, thinking about new strategies, and suddenly I want to play it again. The only thing I can think about this game and what I want to do to it is change the rules, right? And I'm going to try my best to explain it to you pretty simply as to what goes on with this game. So they give it a 7.4, and I think that's about where people think it's at. I know Tom approved it and things like that. So Godspeed is this game. It's about, it's like the, well, it says right here, the moon landing was a distraction. It's not that the moon landing was a fake. It happened, but it was a distraction because they're actually sending people on one-way voyage to another planet where they're going to take over that planet and get valuable resources and all this stuff, and they're trying to do better than other countries, and all these other countries are showing up, so you're in competition with other countries for this thing. What I'm going to tell you first is whether or not you like space, whether or not you like the idea of colonizing, like you think of terraforming Mars and things like that, you know, you'd be right to thinking along those terms. That theme does not come out at all. It just does not come out. That's my first and probably major ding against it. And I'll talk about how that happens in a little bit. But this is what I need to tell you. The first thing you need to know, it is worker placement. But the way that this one works is this is a player board here, and this is Russia's player board. And you could have a lot of different, there's like Japan, there's United States, you know, all different kinds of things. They all are very similar in how they function, except one of them has a star, which means that this is already pre-built. All these others would be grayed out, like this relic is grayed out right now. A little hard to tell, but that's what's up. It's more monochromatic. And so as you build them, you flip them over to the more colorful side, right? So what these things will give you is what's below here, which is a resource. So every round, if you do this red building, you will get a red resources. So there's red resources, there's money resources, there are blue resources, there are green resources. This right here, this gray thing, this rover, it's actually a wild resource. So now this relic says if you build it, you get to go up on a track. Right, Time Roller likes Godspeed. And I know anyway, I'm just going to explain to you why I had a problem with it. All of this seems okay. So I'm building these different places. They're going to give me resources each time, each one corresponding to a different resource. And because my relic makes the red one go up. Now, other places, the relics will do different things based on your country, right? So that's how that works, right? Then you got the board, which looks crazy, quite busy, but the gameplay plays from left to right, and it's pretty smooth how they work that out. Mechanics are pretty smooth on how that's worked out. But let me explain to you. You have 5 different workers, and they're specialized workers. So you have a yellow worker, a green worker, a red worker, a blue worker, and a diplomacy worker, right? Which I think is gray or something like that, right? So you have these 5 different spots that you can put a worker. Now, if you put the worker at the top here, and it's first come, first serve, nobody else gets to go there. You put a worker at the top, you're going to get 2 resources. If you put a worker at the top here, you get to build one of those buildings we talked about. If you put a worker here, you get to search the discard pile. If you go and put a worker here, yeah, I don't know. Panosaurus uses some crazy colors, man. I think even colorblind people will be able to figure out the differences between them. Although I will say the workers themselves, the way that you tell what color worker it is by a thin line around the components aren't great. The components are okay, but they're not great. So I'll tell you that right now. Anyway, so that's the situation. If you do one of these 4 special actions, you can also put the diplomat either here or here, and you get to take a special action there, either building, drawing cards, or getting resources, or building those development things on your player board. That's what this is. That's player board. Now these are building cards, and what happens is if you put a worker down here by these card piles, you get to draw 3 cards and pick one. So you don't have a display of cards. You do the draw 3, pick one. I got what backwards, Time Roller? You put the yellow guy next to the yellow cards. You get to draw 3 yellow cards and discard 2. The bottom is the cards. The bottom right is the building. Yeah. That's what I was. This one here is for these yellow cards. This one here is for this action. It's confusing because these look very similar, but that's just the same player, I think, right? So there's a empty space here for the green cards. There's an empty space here for the green action. So anyway, don't want to get into too much, but the whole deal is you're either going to take, there's 6 special actions that you can take, right? Because the diplomat's got 2 of them. One of the special actions the diplomat has is actually taking cards as well. So you get to take a card and you get 2 free resources with the diplomat, right? But all of these guys have numbers on them, okay? And so let's back up. So before we do these actions, so you got to know what you want to do, and you have to have the right dude to do it. So before we do this, which is the supply depot. We take cards from here and we put them out. We bid on those cards or the first player token, right? And what's going to happen is each one, like the diplomat, who's pretty strong, that's a strong action down there because you can get a card, any card you want, plus you get 2 wild resources. So that's pretty good. But the diplomat is worth 7 points. So when we're bidding, you want to have the highest bid so you can get the awesome card, or to, it may be really important for you to go first. But in order to do that, you have to bid the things that you have to take actions on. So if you really want, I don't know, the blue guy, your blue guy might be worth 4. Now my blue guy might be worth 2. So you have to figure out what you want to do in the actions before you go and spend your dudes in this supply thing, and you want to go as high as you can to get what you want, right? The other thing is you can spend resources in this to make that bid higher. But now if you spend resources to make the bid higher, are you going to have enough resources to build the things that you want to build during the action phase, right? So that's a lot of figuring, right? And then so now you either win or lose based on who's got what, and you may or may not get the first player, and the first player may be 4 players away from you, and he might be really good at doing that every time, and you're host a lot of the game. If he keeps on getting first player, you're always the 4th player, say, and while there are other actions you can take, if there's a certain action you really need, you can't get to it. You just can't get to it. And you're going to have to figure out some way to be first player. But if you're always host, it's hard to get enough stuff together to become first player. So I'm going to tell you right now, I don't like that first player mechanism. I'll tell you, if I was going to play this game again, I'd take first player and say first player moves counterclockwise, right? I'll take the what is that? That's viticulture approach, and have first player move counterclockwise so that the person who is 4th player will be first player this time, and so on and so forth, right? So that's what I think. Yeah, first come, first serve worker placement is brutal enough, and then for you to always be the 3rd or 4th player, like if it's just so happens that these 2 guys who are sitting next to each other are doing better than everybody else gets host. I don't like it. It's bad. Bad mechanic. Don't like it. So I like the bidding thing, and I like having to make those choices. I give you that. But the way the thing plays out, just ugly. And then check this out. They even make it worse, because before the bidding happens, we do this high council. And the high council says, hey, some situation has come about. It's like First Martians. Some situation has come about, and I need you to either take one of your guys, and it could be your 7, it could be your 4, it could be your 2, and it might be different for different people. Like all of our diplomats are 7. But if it says I need your captain, that's one guy's 2, another guy's 3, and another guy's 4. And if you put those down there, you will avoid the terrible thing that happens. It's usually moving negative down on your prestige track. All right. But if everybody agrees and puts a guy in, now everybody's got to agree. But if everybody agrees and puts a guy in, then we get the positive action. But now if somebody doesn't fill that space on the agreement, then the people who put theirs down there avoid the negative, but they don't get the positive. So you lose a guy randomly at the beginning. Now you can make the choice and say, I'm not going to lose this guy because I need this guy. Now, okay, that's great. Everybody else is losing their 7, so now maybe you can get first player, but you get the negative effect. That negative effect could be anything, right? So you get the negative effect so that you can pay 7 to get the first player finally, because you ain't gotten anything. And so now you can go to that one place where you get whatever it is that you were trying to get that you couldn't ever get before. And then that's pretty much the end of your turn. Yikes, right? The thing that I didn't tell you about the actions, you can only take 2 actions. So when you get to you got 5 guys and you narrow it down. Now, if you spend them all, you get rid of 1 at the High Council and 2 at the supply depot, right? You've only got 2 guys left. And then if you're 3rd or 4th player, you might get totally hosed. Those guys will be used up by the time you go to take your actions. So maybe it'd be better to have that 3rd guy just in case. Anyway, it's rough. The other thing I'll say is this diplomat, this prestige thing, you got the 3 tracks. You got yellow, green, red, and blue. And this thing, if you're not sitting on top of it, it is really hard to read from across the table. And you'd think going up on this thing would be awesome. You get your resources every once in a while, but you only get 1 resource every time you hit a mark. There's this mechanic where if you go down and then come back up, you'll get another resource. I don't know. And the deal is that whoever is in the lead on each one of these is going to be able to get points at the end. That's a whole nother mess of problems, because at the end, we're not looking at a track or anything. It's one of those games where you have to add a bunch of stuff, get the paper and pencil out. They actually have a sheet that you can fill out. It's a pretty nice sheet. You fill it out. It's not too hard, but still, I'd rather be able to see how we're all doing and stuff like that. You got no idea what's going on. You're just trying to do your best, right? Then they have these things, which are, if you hit this milestone, I think there's 9 different rounds and 3 per of these cards. So in the first 3 rounds, if you do this action, you get some points. If you do this action in the second 3 rounds, so 4, 5, 6, you get some points. If you do it this one, you get some points at the end of the game. And everybody can do them. It's not exclusive. But you have to do it within those 3. So if you do it in the 4th round, it doesn't count. Right? So it's pretty mean. Now, the one thing I didn't tell you is there is you couldn't do anything. You could always go to the scrapyard and get a resource. A resource. So your whole turn might be get 2 resources. You get another card that you can't build because you can't ever go to a place to build a car. Hey, Dutch. So that's kind of what I had a problem with. I really think if I change the first player, I might be able to get the point value on this thing up a little further, but I don't know. So let me show you these cards. Here's another problem I had. I like theme. I'm a theme guy. I don't know if you all know this, but I used to do a YouTube channel called Theme Addict. So I had all kinds of stuff about theme. I love theme. But you look at these, this is a green card, and you can tell it's a green card because it's got green on the top and bottom and a little bit of thing on each edge. But what's that green card do? Well, it moves you up 2 on the green track, and if you can complete a yellow card, you can complete a yellow card right now. But you got to be able to spend the money for it. So when you actually build this with 2 money and 2 green, you go up 2 on the green track and you get this. But what is that thing? Don't know. Doesn't have a label. Doesn't tell you what it is. Do you feel like you're building a city? Do you feel like, oh, now I've got the Terra thingamabob? That's what it ought to be. Something. What am I doing? Is that a greenhouse? Right? What is that thing? What's this thing here? I spend 2 money and 1 blue and 1 red, those rockets and satellite or something. And I go up 1 on money and 1 on red. I'm not sure what that is. A missile silo? What is that thing I'm building? Well, it's not in the red, which is defense. It's in the yellow, which is money. How am I making money on what is this I'm doing? Is that storage? I don't know what it is. I don't know what any of this stuff is. I just build it, and I get stuff for building it. It's like they skipped a step. Like, where's the theme for that? I don't know. That kind of drove me nuts. And there's my old scoring track. And you can see here, you start at the start, and if you get up to 4, you'll get 1 resource of any type you want, except for the wild. And if you get up to 8, you get 1 resource of any type you want. And then you get up to 12. And if you make it above 12, hey, you get a resource for every time you get above 12. And at the end of the game, I forgot how many points it is. 4 points, 6 points, something like that, for each one of these that you are the highest player. So that is a bit of a race there. That's something that you can look at, but there's so many other places to get points that you're not really sure what's going on. There's points from the cards as well that you can get. So yeah, I hope you understand, like, my problem is it can cause, I think in a 2-player game, you wouldn't have the angst that I have. But when you play a 3 or 4 player game, you could be the odd man out. And being the odd man out too many times will put you in a hole that you can't get out of in this game. Right? Can't get out of in this game. So it comes across great mechanic, great flow, all that kind of stuff. Just don't be that guy. And if you find that you're playing Godspeed and that guy gets hosed, right, runaway leader problems. It can be. It's even worse than that, though. It's not a runaway leader problem, Don. You know, runaway leader problem, maybe we all start concentrating on that leader. We can knock them down a little bit, right? It's more like you dig a hole and at the bottom of the hole is quicksand. Well, you would think you could sell it in multiple languages, right? You think you could sell it in multiple languages, but look here. There's words on the cards that tell you what their special actions are. Because I thought the same thing. Well, maybe they're just trying to make it generic. Nope. So, and some of them will have a label like fortification. Whatever, you know. Anyway. Enough about that. Let's go back to our terrible game. Anyway. Yeah, I hated it. I really wanted to like this game. The theme wasn't there. I don't know. What did I put down on my thing? Hit edit. Theme was bad. Bidding was okay. Worker placement was okay. Aesthetics were good. It is good looking, and the layout is nice. The components are okay. The length of the game, and I say I only played the higher player counts, so it seemed a little bit long because you get into that paralysis. Everybody's trying to figure out multiple moves ahead what they can do. It's just rough. And then as you go, you see what other people are doing. And now he's going to have a blue and a yellow, and he's going to go before me. So what am I going to do? Right? So anyway, that kind of ends up with that there. And then ease of play. I think the ease of play is pretty good. It's easy to get into. I think that's really great. The tracking portion of it, where you have the different multiple tracks, I did not like that. I didn't think that was a... You know, there's no first, second, third. There's no you make it up to here, you get this many points. If you make it up to there, it's all or nothing. You make it up to the top or not. Tactics and strategy, I thought was a 2. It's okay. But like I said, you get hosed. And in the end, I ended up with a 4.5. Now, I think that this could be a 6 or could be a 6.5. I don't see it getting up to a 7 for me. I just don't. But that's my early review of that game and some things that I feel like you don't get when you see the other reviews. And I just wanted to give you that different take. So there you go. Hey, let's get back to gameplay and see what we're going to do. Well, as y'all pointed out, we do have a lot more room now. So that's nice. We do have a lot more room. I really need to get him out of line of fire. So this guy's going to go away. This guy's going to attack that guy. I'm going to get 2 damage. Nothing I can do about it. I can take that guy out. That guy get taken out. Maybe get taken out on the same turn though. All right. I'm not doing a battle. I can move this guy up, which means this would castle with it. I don't know. Yeah, you can only castle once per turn. So I'd have to wait to do another castle. Yeah. So I can do this. Unfortunately, it'll knock out the underground. But it is moving my guy, so I guess we're going to have to do that. We're going to go ahead and do this. So now we're just getting 1 damage. Now what I'm thinking about here is this guy's going to shoot in 2 ways, but I'll just go ahead and take him out. This 3 is going to go off. There's not a whole lot I can do about it right now. I'm hoping to move this guy up to here though, right on the next turn, as Don was saying. So let's give it a shot. Right, so now he's got another guy aiming at me. Yeah, got that guy going to go off on a 1. I got a movement. Right now, I can move here. This guy. This guy's going to be gone. I can move this guy to turn this way. No, because that'll leave this guy open again. Which might be okay. I mean, he's not hurting me. This guy will be gone. This guy. All right, so if I move this one to face that 3, I could take the 3 out and not move this guy. I can put this guy here. I don't think I need this. Let's try this real quick. So if I put the mortar here, the cool thing about the mortar is even though he's got this block, it doesn't block me from shooting him. This guy would have to have the armor instead. So he lobs over the top of this guy and hits this guy. So he'll be able to get 2 attack on his HQ. Now I can move these 2 right now. And that would take this guy out. Because both the medic and him are getting attacked at the same time. It doesn't take out the 3. But if I move this guy here, the 3 won't be in a bad space. But I mean the HQ would be in a bad space. If I move this one here, 2 would happen. I think we're better off moving this guy. Let's try it. If we move this guy here, what's going to happen is this medic's going to go away because of that. And then on 2, these guys will mutually destruct. And this 3 will already be gone, so won't be any damage to my base. So I feel pretty good about that. This guy's got 2 on me, though. That guy's got 2 on me here, and if I move him here, he's got 2 on me. Not a lot I can do about that. The only other thing I can think is to have that getting gone, put my base here. I get 1 damage only. All right. So the other take, oops, take on it. Resume. The other take I got is, I'm still doing this, is moving this guy with this guy. So this guy goes away. This guy's not being attacked by anybody. This guy's going to get killed on a 3. But what I can do, I wish I could hit him and him at the same time, but I can't. I can move him here. I'm trying to think, like, if I castle, let's do that. Let's see what he's got. Right, so now he's got a 2 attack. Dadgummit. All right, we take him out. He's got that 3. Dadgum, he's knocked me out. Shoot. Knocked me out. And now he's got 2 attack on me. Guys, I wish it was better. Wish it was better. Only 5 tiles left. One of them's a battle. I don't think we're battling. This guy's got a shot on me. Well, I'm going to drag him. Oh, show. Not battling. And all I got's an HQ, so I can give the HQ a +1. Trying to find a place where he's not going to get killed. You get killed here on a 3, you get killed here on a 3. So on a 1, he'll poison in every direction, which isn't going to help me. So, I mean, it really doesn't matter. Undo that. Here he comes. We're going to lose this one. We lost this one. Boy, that bomb hurt us, man. We had it good. Oh, we got a movement. So I can move this guy here, and he will do 1 damage to us. And this guy is still, oops. This guy is still do, what is it, 4 damage to us? It's 5 damage. He's still doing 1 there. This guy's doing 1. No, that was a bad move. That was a bad move. That was a terrible move. You don't want to move him there. Because this guy will do 1, this guy will do 4, and this guy will do 1 either place you go. You move him here, and he'll get 1, 2, 3 damage, so that's less. I mean, at least it makes us look better. Can't use the battle tile. I won't lose by as many points. Ah, terrible. Terrible. That was a good bomb. It was. Moloch just had the bomb. It was perfect timing. Otherwise, we would have worn him down. Feel like we would have worn him down. You know, and And even though I was playing Sharrash the wrong way with the physical game, I still felt like it was hit or miss with Sharrash. And one of the reasons that I didn't pick him as one of my top 10. So now that I know what I know, he might move up in the ranks on that, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm sorry, Don. No greatness here. I mean, we only lost by 7, and that bomb took out, I mean, I had to rerun it, but I mean, it took out at least 5 of our guys. At least. So, oh yeah, got to get going. I got 15 minutes. All right, got to shut everything down and get going. So, hey guys, thanks a lot for joining me. I will see you in 2 weeks, and hopefully we got some new stuff coming up. I'm going to be thinking about it over the vacation, and yeah, I'll see you then. Good seeing you guys. Adios.